Okay. Hello. Have we got anybody with us for our 10 to 13 focus this afternoon? If you have joined us, please feel free to say hello, introduce yourself, tell us your name and where you are from. Hello, I can see a few people have joined us. Hello. Welcome. I am Melissa. I'm from Australia. Oops. I'm Melissa from Australia. And I am a teacher down in Myers, Napoli. Hi, Daniela. And welcome, Alessandra. Hello. Oh, great. Got a nice bunch of people coming through. Hi, Sophia. Welcome. Hi, Annalisa and Chira. Hi, Morgana. Welcome. Welcome. If you missed it, I'm down from Napoli. Welcome. Thank you. Yes, I know you, Chira. Okay. Thank you for coming to our focus this evening. We can make a start. We have a focus about personalities this evening. I thought we could start. If you want to put in the comments some adjectives that would describe your personality, anything that comes to mind first. I think for me, I would describe myself as a little bit shy. I would describe myself as loyal, and I hope I can say friendly. What about you? A few adjectives that you would put in your that you would use to describe yourself. You can put it in the comment section over here on the side. Any adjectives you would use to describe yourself. Don't know if we've got a little bit of a delay. In the comment section. Is everybody feeling a little bit shy today? Thank you, Annalisa. Oh, we have some compound adjectives ready for our focus this afternoon. Very, very good compound adjectives. Thank you. I can say I agree with them. Okay. All right. So in the focus activity we're doing for this webinar, we are focusing on some compound adjectives that we would use to describe people. I can see some more compound adjectives coming through. Morgana, unconventional. I like that one. Fantastic. And Daniela, wonderful compound adjective, down to earth. Well done. Very, very good. And I think it's wonderful to be crazy sometimes. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do in the focus activity is a little personality quiz. So as we go through the questions, you can put in the comments, or you can remember yourself or record for yourself your response to each of the questions. And at the end, it will give you a little summary. It's like one of those personality quizzes you find in those girly magazines. So the first question is coming up. Okay, so when do you feel at your best? In the morning, during the afternoon, or late at night? I would have to say that I feel my best during the afternoon. If you want, you can pop in the comments section your response. You might find some people that you have a lot in common with. I am definitely not an early bird. If you've heard this expression before, an early bird, I'm definitely not an early bird. And I don't think I would call myself a night owl either. Okay, early bird is for anyone who might be new to the expression. As you can see, the first part of the adjective, an early bird, someone who likes to get up really early in the morning, feels their best early in the morning, and a night owl is someone who is really productive late at night when everybody else is sleeping. And I don't think I would be in either of those categories. Maybe Sophia, I can see, is a night owl. Would you say you're a night owl, Sophia? And Morgana maybe is a night owl as well. And Annalisa is like me. I need some time to recharge in the morning. Cheeto maybe is a night owl as well. Not many early birds we have today. Okay, question 2. How easily are you offended? Are you offended very, very easily, occasionally, or never? Are you totally chilled out, man? There is a kind of buzzword going around the internet at the moment for people who are really easily offended. Does anybody know or anybody come across this word going around social media or the internet at the moment for people that are easily offended? If you know it, you can pop it in the comments and also give us your answer. I would maybe say B for myself. I think I am a bit sensitive sometimes. So I think I'm going to go for a B. What about you guys? And while you're putting in your answers, I'll let you know that word. Kind of a buzzword at the moment. I see a lot around on social media and the internet for people that are really, really easily offended. People are calling them snowflakes. It's a social media buzzword at the moment. And what about your answers for question 2? A, B, or C? Hi, Simonetta. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Morgana. Fantastic. Don't care about other people's opinions. Well done. Yeah, I think I'm with you, Alessandra. Ah, touchy. Touchy is a great word. Yes. Annalisa, touchy we can use if you are, occasionally offended sometimes. Touchy, we can also use touchy in the moment if someone is in a maybe a particular mood is maybe a little bit out of character for them and they're easily offended at the moment. You might say, oh, she's a bit touchy today or he's a bit touchy today. To describe that someone is a bit sensitive at this moment. Thank you for that word, Annalisa. That's really great vocabulary to add in. Okay, so we've all got our answers for question 2. Let's have a look at the next question. Okay, and question 3. When you are talking to people, what's your body language like? Do you stand with your arms folded? Do you have your legs neatly bent side by side? Or do you play with your ear and touch your skin and smooth your hair? Thanks, Annalisa. It's a word to look out for on social media. Okay. Okay. So, thanks for your answers, Chino and Simona. Okay. And for question 3, I yeah, this is a difficult one for me. I think it depends on the situation. If I'm with new people or with friends, with C here, playing with your ear or your hair, the word that comes to mind is to fiddle, okay, or actually to fidget. To fidget, okay. When you are always kind of moving and you can't stay still when you're like this, if you can see me, we call this to fidget. And maybe you're someone who fidgets a lot if you are a bit anxious or nervous when you are talking to people. So Morgana is a C, B. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with C for myself. Yeah, it is not something that we take much notice of ourselves, I think, more in other people. Daniela's a C. Okay. Nobody said A for this one. Why do you think? Do you think standing with your arms folded is a bit standoffish, maybe? Okay. Thank you for your answers. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay. And what about when you are relaxing? When you're relaxing, do you sit with your legs crossed or with your hands on your hips? Or do you sit with one leg curled under you? I think I'm definitely a C. Yes, I agree with you, Simonetta. It does seem a little bit kind of impolite body language to stand like that, doesn't it? Ah, thank you for the insight, Morgana. Um, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely makes sense. Okay. And what about for number 4 here, guys? I think I'm a C for this one. Yeah, Alessandra's with me. And what about some of the other guys? Yeah, I think I'm a C. Having my hands on your hips doesn't seem like a very relaxed way to sit for me. Okay. I don't know if any of you have seen, but also going around on social media at the moment is there's a new like office chair going around for people who like to sit with their legs crossed instead of a normal chair like this. You can sit at work behind your desk with your legs crossed underneath you. Oh, I can see some people might benefit from that chair. Okay. Thanks for your answers, guys. Let's go on to question 5. Okay. So the next question, when something really amuses you, you react with a frown, you try to hide your amusement, or a quiet, gentle chuckle, or C, an understated yet charismatic smile. So A, B, or C. If anyone can pop in the comments what a chuckle is. A chuckle. What is a chuckle? Okay, some different answers for this one. Can anyone tell us what a chuckle is? Ah, thank you, Morgana. Chuckle is a little bit more than a smile, even actually. A chuckle, okay. A chuckle is like a little laugh, okay. Oops, a little laugh, okay. So if someone, uh, oh, yeah, if someone says something and you go like this, this is a chuckle. Yeah, that's maybe a good emoji for a chuckle, Danielle, for sure. Yeah, but it's like a small little laugh, similar to a giggle. Okay, is a chuckle, a little laugh. So, what do you think for this one? Question 5, guys. A, B, or C? I think B. I think if I'm amused, I definitely let out a little chuckle. A little chuckle. What about you guys? A, B, or C for question 5? Remember to keep a track of your answers and follow the ones in the comments. You might find some some new friends across the country. You share a lot in common. Ah, okay. Lots of C's. Sophia's like me with a B. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Question 6. Okay. You're working really hard and you're interrupted. Uh, how do you feel? Do you feel extremely irritated? Do you remain impartial to the interruption? You just accept it and then continue with your work? Or do you welcome the little break from all your hard work? Okay, how do you respond when you are interrupted, when you are in the zone? This is an expression we use. You may have heard when we are working really, really hard and we are very focused and we are achieving a lot. We might say we are in the zone and we are really focused on our work and getting a lot done. And I have to say, if I am in the zone, I definitely don't like to be interrupted, especially also if I am on a roll. Another phrase you might be familiar with, to be on a roll, is to be working very productively and again achieving a lot, getting a lot done. If you are on a roll, maybe you don't like to be interrupted. Okay, uh, Annalisa welcomes the break. Uh, yes, I think that might be a necessary trait for Annalisa's role, to welcome the break. Some people might not have that choice. Fantastic. Okay, so I have to say, I think I have to say A. I think for me, I have to say A. I don't, yeah, extremely might be a bit strong, but I definitely feel irritated if I'm on a roll. I don't like to have my focus broken. Um, yeah, yeah, Alessandra's with me. Okay, I see I'm not alone. That's good. I'm not alone in in that. What about you, Mary G? If you're if you're working hard and you're interrupted, how do you feel? Yeah, so Mary G is with us too. Okay, I feel better. Annalisa, Mary G says hello. Okay. So I don't feel so alone in my response now. I'm not the only one. What's Morgana said here? Okay, so Morgana is used to it. She's used to those interruptions. I suppose when you have no choice, that's what happens. Okay, I think this might be our last question. So, a little bit different question. How do you like the waves of the sea? Ferocious, fast, and powerful waves? B, just enough to sail a boat, but not to drown? Or C, no waves, a calm and tranquil open sea? What are your preferences? I'm a 100% strong C. I come from Australia, where mostly the waves are ferocious and fast, and I didn't spend much time in the ocean, but I much prefer the calm and tranquil sea that is here on the coast of Italy. Yeah, Simonetta agrees with me. Absolutely. Absolutely. What about everybody else? How do you like the waves of the sea? Do we have any surfers with us tonight? Or do we have some chickens like me? Okay. Yeah, so again, if you're familiar with it, okay, to be chicken or to be a chicken, okay, we say when someone is afraid, okay, of something. I'm definitely a chicken when it comes to big waves in the sea. Or we also have adjective wuss. Okay, to be a wuss is someone who is quite afraid of a lot of things, or afraid of something. You can say, "Don't be such a wuss," or "I am a big wuss," and it's someone who's always scared, always afraid. Okay. Nobody has said A. We have a few B's and C's. Danielle is like me. Yes, I think we have a lot in common, Daniela. Our responses have been similar. Okay. Alessandra, you need to come up to, or come down to the Amalfi Coast here. We have beautiful, calm, tranquil sea. Sophia is with us too. Okay, so before we reveal the answers, pop in the comments if you can which answer A, B, or C that you got the most. Okay, A, B, or C. Which answer of yours was the most common from all of the. Elisa, maybe you just love the sound of them. Hey, the sound can be nice sometimes, can't it? Or to watch, but I'm the same. Not to swim in them. Not at all. Okay. So pop in the comments when you're ready. The answers that you got the most of. And anyone who may have just joined us, you can still read the personality descriptions with us and see which one will apply to you, which one you think describes you the best. So Annalisa got the most B's. And what about everybody else? I have to admit I lost track of mine. And definitely was B's or C's. There weren't many A's of us in the group, were there today? Anyone else want to pop in the comments their most common answer? Okay. All right. It's time for the big reveal. We'll see a personality description. See if you agree with yours. Okay. So for anyone who got mostly A's, you are described as a strong-willed, brave, confident, and courageous person. You are not scared by a daunting task, and you approach life with determination and commitment. Be careful though, your iron mind can sometimes intimidate people who sometimes think that you are big headed and bad tempered. No problem, Alessandra. Wuss is someone who is always afraid and always scared of things, doesn't want to do anything adventurous or risky, and always wants to stay safe. Someone who's scared of everything, basically, is a wuss. Thank you, Elisa. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, when you're scared of everything. Okay. Anyone want to pop in the comments the compound adjectives that we can see in this personality description? There are a few in here. um, Similar, Annalisa. Some people might put wuss and a coward a little bit together, but I prefer wuss. It's a little bit nicer. Coward is it's a bit stronger for sure. Okay. All right. Any of the compound adjectives that you can see in this description? Okay. One of the over here. One of the compound adjectives we can see is strong-willed. Okay. Oops. Strong-willed is a determined person. Okay. Strong-willed. Okay, is someone that is determined. Okay. You might also describe someone who is strong willed as headstrong. Okay. Headstrong is another compound adjective we can use. Okay. Thank you, Annalisa. She found all the compound adjectives. Okay. And yeah, headstrong is another one, similar to strong willed. Okay. Someone who is determined and doesn't back down from their ideas and what they want to do. Another compound adjective we had in there was big headed. Okay. Oops. Really, when you're trying to type fast, it never works, does it? Arrogant. Okay. Someone who is big headed. Okay. We would describe as arrogant. Okay. We also have an expression for someone who is big headed or arrogant, and we say that they are full of themselves. Okay. To be full of yourself or full of oneself. Okay. To be full of yourself is to be really arrogant. Okay. And think highly of yourself and be big headed. We also say to be up yourself. Doesn't sound very nice, does it? But it's an expression that we use in the same sense, to be up yourself, to be full of yourself, to be big headed, are all ways of calling somebody arrogant. Okay. And the other compound adjective oops, was bad tempered. Okay. Bad tempered is someone who becomes angry, very easily. Okay, someone who becomes angry very easily. Bad-tempered. Okay, bad-tempered, or just as common, short-tempered. Okay, it can be short-tempered or bad-tempered. Okay, but we don't really use the opposites in these contexts. Just for your information, we don't really say long-tempered or good-tempered, well-tempered to describe the opposite. We have other adjectives and other compound adjectives for the opposite, which we'll come to, or if you want to put in the comments if you know any of them. But yeah, some people might think because we have a short and bad, we might use good and long to describe the opposite, but we actually don't in English. Bad-tempered or short-tempered, someone who becomes angry very easily. So I don't know if we had anyone. Is there anyone in the group that thinks that this actually describes them? A? I'm definitely not an A. I can say that quite confidently. Anyone here find themselves to be an A? An A personality? Okay. And now B. I think we had some Bs in the group. If you scored mostly Bs, you are level-headed, logical, and rational. You never do things to extremes, and you always follow the middle path. People appreciate you for the advice you offer them and respect your balanced views. You have a high standard of social etiquette and are a naturally warm-hearted and kind person. So, did we have any Bs in the group? I think it was Annalisa told us before. Yes, she scored a B. And I think Sophia was maybe a B as well. Do you think these are actually accurate for you guys? You guys that showed a B? Ah, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Simonetta, for the vocab. Okay. Is that for the opposite of someone who is short-tempered or bad-tempered? It sounds like you could also be giving us a synonym for one of our compound adjectives in this personality description. What are some compound adjectives you can see in our B personalities? You can pop them in the comments if you want for us. Some compound adjectives. This is definitely closer to my personality, I think. And Annalisa and Sophia, do you think this is accurate for you? I agree, Annalisa. It does seem to describe a perfect person. Uh, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Okay, just a little expression I said to Annalisa, if, in case anyone missed it or hasn't heard it. Okay, to hit the nail on the head. Okay, is to be very precise or to say something precisely. Okay, if you want to strongly tell somebody that they said exactly what you wanted to, what you were talking about, or you completely totally agree with them, you can say, you hit the nail on the head. Okay. Me too, Morgana, me too. I'm worried. So our compound adjectives in here were level-headed, and there's a synonym right there for it, someone who is rational, someone who is rational, and logical. Exactly the next two words in the phrase describe a level-headed person. Okay, someone who is can see logic and reason, and is a realistic in situations, and someone who can stay calm in a difficult situation, in a situation where someone might um, usually become a bit stressed or worried. Um, they can be described as a level-headed person if they stay calm in those situations. Um, Simonetta, it's to hit the nail on the head. To hit the nail on the head. Okay. And we have another. Yes, we do. We have another compound adjective. Okay. To be warm-hearted is an adjective to describe a warm person. Okay, a warm, friendly, very welcoming person. Okay, someone someone who is very approachable, always friendly, always kind, quite a gentle, soft kind of person we would describe as warm-hearted. Okay, someone who's lovely to everybody. And so Sophia, you wouldn't describe yourself as level-headed, hey? Don't worry, I wouldn't either as myself. I think I can be a bit irrational sometimes. And we can say warm-hearted. We can also say kind-hearted as well. It's very similar. Okay. Okay. Oops. Okay. We can say kind-hearted. Kind-hearted is very similar adjective to warm-hearted. Warm-hearted is maybe a little bit kind of stronger, a bit more positive to really describe the warmth of the person, the friendliness of the person. But kind-hearted is a really close similar synonym. Sorry. And in one of these contexts, we actually do use an opposite if it's necessary, and we can describe someone as cold-hearted. Okay, which if you could see how positively I was describing a warm-hearted person, a cold-hearted person is just the opposite. Okay, a really nasty, selfish, very bad, not nice person. Okay, a cold-hearted person. It's quite a strong adjective. So be careful using it in English. It is quite strong, quite offensive, um, and we use it to emphasize that we feel very strongly about how bad this person is. It might be something reserved for criminals and things like that. Okay, here come the C's. Okay. If you scored mostly C's, you are charming, charismatic, and easygoing. People are drawn to you by your chilled out attitude and your laid back, happy go lucky approach to things. Although your nonchalant attitude can sometimes be misinterpreted as carelessness and laziness, people are still attracted to your calm and tranquil aura. Okay. These sound like very, very relaxed people. Do we have any C's in the house? Any C's? I can't remember. Any C's? Okay. Um, so, in case we'll just have a quick look at this word nonchalant. Okay. Uh, Nonchalant is kind of like saying carefree. Okay. Uh, in the sense that you don't worry too much. Okay, your nonchalant attitude means that you don't have you don't worry too much. You don't put too much pressure on anything, and you have a nonchalant attitude. Okay. Okay, so this one's close for you, Morgana. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it has to be lazy. I think it's maybe more about your attitude towards things. Okay. And our um, compound adjectives. Okay, we have easygoing, and I always put easygoing and laid back together. They're very, very, very close in meaning. Okay, and they are used to describe a relaxed person. Okay, if you are easygoing or laid back, okay, it's used to describe a relaxed person. Also, the phrasal verb chilled out. Sorry, it's not a phrasal. It is a phrasal verb, but we're talking about the adjective today, not the phrasal verb. Chilled out. Okay, chilled out is also an adjective to describe someone who is relaxed. And yes, remember that it is also a phrasal verb for relaxing as well. Okay, to chill out, to relax, and the adjective has a similar, same meaning. Okay, to be chilled out is to be really relaxed. Okay, and easygoing and laid back. Okay, these are kind of the opposite adjectives we would use for a bad tempered or short tempered person. Okay, if we want to say that somebody doesn't become angry very easily and not much gets them worked up or gets them angry, then we would say, they're a really easygoing person. Nothing upsets them, nothing worries them, nothing gets them angry. That person is really laid back. So these compound adjectives are good compound opposites for short-tempered and bad-tempered. Okay, okay, and easygoing for you, Morgana. Great, great. Okay, and we also have another happy-go-lucky. Okay, happy-go-lucky again is to describe a carefree person. Okay. Okay, happy go lucky, a carefree person. They take life as it comes and they accept whatever comes their way. They generally have a positive attitude towards things, always see the bright side and the silver linings and that kind of thing. It's a really nice compliment to give somebody to describe them as happy go lucky, talking about their positive outlook on life. Okay. So, do you think for you guys that this personality quiz was accurate? The results were accurate for you? If you got mostly A's, B's, or C's, was it something that you felt described your personality to a T? Okay. If something is to a T, again, it is precise. Okay, to be precise. If it described you to a T, it was precise to a T. I think B was the closest for me, maybe not to a T. It didn't describe me to a T, but it was the closest description for me, that's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. All right. So overall, Annalisa, good. Morgana, same for you. The C, Daniela, you like the personality C? I can see that would describe you a little bit. Here, you're easygoing, laid back. Okay. S- Fantastic. Okay. So, having a look at the next some discussion questions. What type of personality is required for different jobs? And we've got some examples down here. Discuss the personalities that each of the following jobs require: a president, a doctor, a police officer, a teacher, a musician, or your own job. Let's have a look at maybe a doctor first. If you want to pop in the comments from some of our compound adjectives, some personality qualities or traits that you think are necessary for a doctor. Oops, necessary for a doctor. What do you think are some necessary personality traits? Can be some from just the last activity or some of your own. Anything that you think is necessary to be a doctor. Any personality traits? Okay. I think it's quite important maybe to be strong-willed to be a doctor. Someone who is quite determined. Okay, um, and someone who is yeah. Okay, I agree with you, Simonetta. I think it's very important to be easygoing um, and level-head. Daniela took the words out of my mouth. Level-headed. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes. And good-tempered and calm. Yeah. Okay. You're all giving us the same kind of answers. Definitely level-headed. What about to be a musician? What do you think are some important personality traits to be a musician? I think maybe to be happy-go-lucky would be something important to be a successful musician. I think if you were uptight, okay, it might not be a good quality for a musician. Okay, someone who is uptight, okay, is someone who's kind of always worried and stressed. Okay, um, someone who is always worried and stressed is someone who's uptight, always expecting something bad to happen, prepared for something bad to happen. If you imagine having your body very tight, prepared for an attack, this is someone who's uptight. Great ideas coming through. Definitely charismatic. I think that one might be essential for sure. Um, and yes, definitely carefree and warm hearted. Okay. And maybe if you want to pop in the comments what your own job is and some personality traits that are crucial or essential or important for your job. Yes, definitely charismatic, Simonetta. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. So yeah, pop in the comments your job. I think my job is here, a teacher. I think it's important to be warm-hearted and kind-hearted and good and kind of level-headed as a teacher. Definitely creative. Okay, as a musician, patient. Annalisa, is this for your job or for a musician? For both, maybe. Okay, share your jobs with us, guys, if you want. Or if you're studying at the moment, there's definitely personality traits that are important to be a successful student, to study successfully. I think you definitely need to be level-headed and patient uh, to, to be a successful student. Okay, so just before we wrap up, guys, yes, fantastic vocabulary. To be driven, driven. Okay, absolutely. Motivated and driven, for sure. Ah, and he said motivated as well. For sure. Definitely. Definitely. So, some other compound adjectives. Okay, we have easygoing, tight fisted, big headed, well behaved, self assured, and bad tempered. And some definitions that can match these adjectives: easily annoyed or angered, someone who behaves correctly, arrogant, relaxed, unwilling to spend money, and there's someone confident in their own abilities. Okay, so we've done easygoing. I think we had the up here. Okay, easygoing is someone who is relaxed. Okay, and tight-fisted. Which one do you think tight-fisted is? Tight-fisted. Okay, tight-fisted is someone who is unwilling to spend money. Okay. Another adjective we have for someone who isn't willing to spend money is stingy. Stingy. We can call someone who doesn't like to spend money stingy. Okay. Or also a Scrooge. Okay, a Scrooge. That's a noun rather than an adjective, a Scrooge. But these are words that we can use to describe someone who doesn't like to spend money. Stingy or a Scrooge. Okay. We might remember from before that, yes, Morgana knows where that reference comes from. Thank you, Morgana. Okay. And we remember big headed means arrogant. Okay. But if you want to talk about someone who is confident in themselves, but not in a negative way, we can use another compound adjective that you see here. Oops. Self-assured, okay, is someone who is self-confident, confident in themselves, but not in a negative way. It's positive, okay. If you want to describe someone who is sure of themselves, is confident, but you don't want to use big-headed because you don't mean it in a negative way, you can say self-assured. Yes, Morgana, you're on it. Thanks. Self-assured. Yeah. Okay. Um, you can use that in a positive way. Okay, and well behaved. Okay, I have to say that this one, that this one is um, something that we wouldn't really use to describe adults. I find it a bit of a strange adjective to use to describe adults. We would describe well behaved for with children. Okay, someone who behaves in the right way, behaves correctly, always does the right thing, and follows the rules. Okay, yeah, it's definitely an adjective we use more in association with children and not really adults. If you want to describe an adult like this, I would call them maybe responsible or sensible. Okay, responsible or sensible. Okay, but well behaved is a strange adjective for adults in my experience. In my experience. Okay. Yes, great vocabulary, Morgana. Thank you. It absolutely is the opposite of a troublemaker. Okay, great vocabulary, a troublemaker. Again, it's something a little bit more for children, but definitely used also for adults in a joke. Excuse me, in a joking way. Okay, you can definitely call a friend a troublemaker. Okay. All right, and then we have a bad tempered, someone easily annoyed or angered. Okay, just the last couple of uh, compound adjectives for you before we say goodbye. Um, can anyone pop in the comments what self centered means? Self centered, or if you don't maybe know what it means, if you think it's a positive or negative. Um, uh, Compound adjective to be self-centered. Oh, sorry, I've spelt that one wrong. It's self-centered, like this. This is the correct spelling. Self-centered. What does it mean to be self-centered? Ah, very good thinking, Morgana. Focused, but it's actually a little bit more negative than that. To be self-centered is to be selfish. Okay, if someone is self centered, it's a negative adjective to describe someone who is selfish. Okay, yeah, this is a part of the definition for sure, Annalisa. Someone who wants to focus on themselves or really only thinks about themselves. Okay, who thinks about themselves. And what about someone who is yeah, egocentric's a good one. Morgana as well. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And what about self-conscious? Someone who is self-conscious. Okay. Can anyone? Yeah. Scared, embarrassed. You're definitely in the right zone. These are a little bit strong for self-conscious. But definitely you're on the right track. Someone who is self-conscious is someone who is a little bit insecure. Okay, but I think you guys have the gist of the meaning. Yeah, someone who's self-conscious is insecure in themselves. Okay, it's the opposite of self-assured, really. Okay, they're not confident in themselves. Yeah, someone who's shy and really not sure of themselves. It's a good opposite for self-assured. Okay, guys, I'm afraid that is time. There'll be another focus starting in a couple of minutes if you guys want to stay tuned. But thank you very, very much for joining me this evening. I hope you had some revelations about your personality and maybe some new compound adjectives in there as well. It's lovely to meet some students from some different schools around Italy. And I hope that I'll get to see you again very soon. Look after each other and yourselves and enjoy your evening. Thank you, guys. Bye.